The building for me just kind of happened naturally. A lot of things just fell in my lap. Having the big giants in Hollywood reach out to you, unprompted, unasked, is very, very humbling. People joke all the time, do you sit in the cockpit and go pew pew? I would. And you go, you know what? Yeah, I did. I sat in that cockpit for hours with a coffee and just looked at it and go, I'm sitting in a Viper. It was pretty amazing. G'day, I'm Baz from buildsbybaz.com. I'm a former soldier in the Royal Australian Army. I was in the Army for 16 years doing various roles, and now I work at a forge teaching people how to forge knives and sculptures and other things like that. Teaching other people the skills that I've learned is just a wonderful way to earn a living. I like to show other people what can be done and finding your purpose, because it's helped me a lot. The feeling of importance is a long-lasting thing. I think I left the military in somewhere 05, 06, and I still get that feeling today that perhaps some of the things I do out there don't really matter. I've been through some things I talk to people about, some things I bottle up, but because I've got these outlets, I have a way of coping. When you leave the military and you kind of feel like you're alone, because you were part of something very big and very important. When you leave and you sort of transition back into Civvy Street, you feel like nothing you do is important anymore and no one cares and you don't really have any value to anyone. But big projects like this have made that very apparent and have given me a community and skills and capabilities, and now I feel I can kind of tackle anything. The Battlestar Galactica Viper there, it was a transition. It was a long journey from a very, very humble start. I saw people dressed in halo suits and stormtrooper outfits, and they were going around and doing kids' charities and things like that. So I thought that would be a great idea to get on board. That did so much more for me than just the satisfaction of the build itself. Built a massive community and a lot of help, and it was really, really humbling to see people getting on board and helping. Battlestar Galactica is very, very old. Even though the modern one I did was 2003, it dates right back to 1978. For me, like a lot of other people my age, flying around in a cardboard box pretending you were an X-Wing pilot or a Viper pilot, and to come to adulthood and actually go and sit in a life-size full build, it's an incredible feeling. Building the Iron Man suit to go into hospitals and do charity stuff, on one hand you can go, it's kind of an excuse to make me feel better about wasting all this time and money. But on the other hand, it can turn into something really personal. I'll give a special mention to a little boy by the name of Zeke. He was in the Woden Hospital, and little Zeke had very little strength. He was quite scared, as those kids all are. It's a very strange place for them. And it didn't look like he was in a position where he was going to make it. So his mum started crying, I nearly started crying. I had to put the faceplate down because you can't let a kid see Iron Man crying. And little Zeke got just enough strength to get his fist up and give Iron Man a fist bump. I think he's 15, 17, somewhere around that now, and apparently he still talks about it. Even if it was 2 minutes in weeks of being terrified of dying in a scary place, not being around mum and dad, it was worth it for that one kid. My whole reason for sharing is you don't build something like this and put all this time and effort and blood, and yes, I did end up in the hospital. You don't put all that effort in and then not share it. The whole point of making it is to share it and have other people experience that and see just what's possible. I would say to a lot of veterans who are leaving the military is to keep looking up. Don't be afraid of social media. The DVA social media sites are fantastic. There's a lot of good advice on there. And always be looking forward to doing other things, improving the quality of your life. Don't just stagnate in what you know. Take a chance, step out. If you want to take on a new hobby, try a new hobby. You might not like it, try another one. But you've got to go and have a go. What's the other choice?